So if you don't like the metals that exist for building golf clubs, you build your own metal to build your golf clubs. That's what Cleveland Golf believes, and that's what they've done this year with the RTZ wedges with Z alloy. This is a metal that they've created that they believe is better feeling, softer, durable, more consistent than the other metals that exist in the world today. They sent me this awesome box where I got to custom build a very own set of wedges, 52, 56, 60, just like you would if you did it on the website. I'm going to test them and I'm going to review them. I'm going to see if those claims are true, see if this new metal is that good. And I figured the best way to do it is take these wedges straight from the box to the golf course. So luckily, there's a short par 3 course just down the street from my house, basically wedges only. So let's go play 9 holes and see how these things do straight away on the golf course.
I hit record when I thought I didn't, so this was a 100-yard shot. I hit a little flighted 56 right at the flag, just right over it, 24 feet from the hole. I promise you're gonna see all the shots for the rest of the 8 holes. 108 into the wind, see if you can hit it hard and flight it still. A little heavy. We got 250 hole, so can we hit 2 really, really hard gap wedges? A little high. I don't like that. Okay, so we got 130 out of some juicy rough with a little wind into the face. See how hard we can hit a gap wedge and if it just gets eaten up or if it can get to that green. Oh wow, that was nice. Yeah, probably went like 125 into a little wind. That was a better launch and flight than the tee shot. So 200 yards, try to flight a gap wedge. See if you can control that launch. A little bit better. That's coming off nice. 74 yards. Soft, shaggy greens. Can you really control it and do it? Oop, got a little stuck. I think it's pretty good though. Yeah, just got a little stuck in that turf. But that was everything I wanted, but the distance. So this is a really good test for like a cute flighty one. 114, little bit of wind this way. Obviously gap wedge too much. Sand wedge is not enough. So we're gonna take a lot off the gap wedge and just flight it and try to really control the distance and the height. Oh, that was awesome. That felt so good. Might be a little long. Oh, it's perfect. Wow. Yeah, 104. Wind's just doing this. It's like a 108 shot. It's kind of hard flighted one. I think it's a little long. It's great line and everything. It's just a little long. I mean, I'll take it and run. Just 3 yards too far, but gosh, these feel good. So we've turned the corner for the last 3. The wind's going to be coming a little this way. 97 yards, so just under a full lob wedge. But like, let's try to see what it does launch and peak height. Oh, I thinned it. Not a very good swing, but the distance is pretty good for a total blade. Didn't go too much further. Here we go, 95 yards, so a little redemption from the last one. Yeah, that was awesome. That was so easy. That just felt so good. Cute one to finish, 85 yards. Basically, the 75 yarder I hit back there a little hard. That's the shot I need to hit right now. That's short. I think I caught it heavy. 3 yards short. Very impressed.
So straight from the box, that was fun stuff. That was impressive. They felt really, really good. The distance control was the thing that really stood out to me. I averaged 18 feet from the hole across those 9 holes. And the first 2, a little bit long at 24 feet. Didn't hit the second one so well, leave it short at 36 feet. The next 7, 20 feet and inside. That's pretty solid performance, distance control, flight from these wedges. The feel was awesome. I remember how good the RTX 6s felt. I would have kept it in the bag, but I couldn't get a gap wedge to match it, so they just never stayed in the bag. But these felt really good. Out there, the launch looked a little high, felt a little high on those full swing 52s, but I'll learn more about the launch characteristics when I dive into the numbers here in the studio. But before we dive into the numbers, let's take a closer look into the nuts and bolts, the build, the materials, the metals, what these wedges are all about.
So taking a closer look at the RTZ wedges, the first thing that stands out is the Z alloy, a new metal that Cleveland created. They claim there was no metal that existed that gave them the softness and the durability and the feel that they wanted, so they went out and created it. They claim it's 10% softer than the RTX 6 wedges, which is just going to give you better feel around the greens on those shots, but more consistency, feedback, all of the good things. And then obviously we have the bounce options, the grind options that Cleveland is known for. You look at mine, there's a lot of customization. You can stamp it, you can change the paint colors, you can even change the ferrules. I went with the black, gold, and white. My initials on the 60, my wife's initials on the 52, and our son's initials on the 56. When I first got the wedges, I was blown away by the face. It's a different face than the RTX 6. They call it the Hydra Zip. So all of this milling, this grinding is meant to give you the best performance under any conditions, especially wet conditions. And Cleveland's Zip Core, which allows them to shift the weight, give you better MOI, a lighter core than other wedges, just more consistency, better performance. And we look deeper into the grooves. These are Cleveland's Ulti-Zip grooves, which are just meant to be sharper, give you better performance, cut through, thicker, denser, rough, a little bit easier, sand, you name it, no stone left unturned when it comes to the faces of these wedges.
So we've seen how they perform on the course. We know more about them. Let's talk about the numbers. Let's get into the nitty gritty. When I get numbers for wedges, I'm working on a yardage. I'm working on that flighted 3/4 wedge shot where I'm trying to control the launch and hit the yardage. So it's 60 degree, it's 90 yards. With 56, it's 105 yards. With 52, it's 120 yards. Starting with the 60, solid. The numbers, the spin, everything is really good. The peak height is good. The launch is a little bit high. I think that might be due into a little bit of maybe the shaft, the KBS Tour V wedge shaft, maybe launches just a hair high for me. But the leading edge on the 60 is lower. It's a sharper, lower leading edge than what I would typically like. I like a little bit of bounce on the leading edge, which brings that leading edge up a little bit, which can help bring the launch down. Because these things were launching right around 30, and I would like them right around 28 degrees, because with wedges, you want to kind of get them launching low, enough spin to really have great flight. If you fight launch too high, the spin comes down, it's really hard to control them. Beyond that, so consistent, so predictable, and the feel is really, really good. Look at that, just a tight little dot for 10 shots. And it only took me like 12. It was a really consistent, repeatable wedge. The performance was really there. Just the launch is a little bit high. Then I go into the 56. The spin is great. Everything is really, really good. The launch is just a hair high for me. Just a hair high, but it's still in the realm of good to acceptable. I just have always worked to bring my wedge launch down because I launched them too high in my playing career with not enough spin, and I was a crappy wedge player. I've worked really hard on my wedges. I want them launching lower. I want them spinning enough. And these things definitely spin enough, just the launch. Just a hair high. I thought it was the leading edge on the 60, but it could be the shaft. It could be the Tour V wedge. Just kicks a little bit higher launch for me. But again, the flight, the consistency, we saw it on the golf course. The distance control, the consistency was so impressive. Look at that small little dot from 105 yards. And again, it probably only took me 12, 13 to get these 10. It was a really enjoyable, fun experience getting these numbers. And then we get into 52, 120 yards. Well, it's just a hair high. Just a hair high. The spin is really tight and consistent. The north-south distance control variance is really, really good. Experienced that on the golf course. Came up and out of one, which was like that higher one, but it still went what we wanted it to go. Pretty tight circle from 120 yards. So numbers-wise, the performance is really, really fantastic. The look of them is so good. I've spent time with them on the golf course. Around the greens, these things are really, really fun. I just let the camera run and I was hitting all kinds of shots, and the performance is so good. The turf interaction is phenomenal. The face, all that milling, those grooves, like when I put it in the thick Bermuda, that groove that they have that they want to kind of cut through, it felt very easy going through that thick Bermuda, wet sand. Wow. Man,
Okay. That's
these
solid.
are impressive feeling wedges, and it's no surprise we're seeing a lot of Cleveland wedges win on tour, win majors this year. And I'm testing a launch monitor for another video, so I had that out with me. And when I was nipping these 30-yarders, 50-yarders, the spin was so good. Control the launch, spin it like crazy. It was hitting and stopping. The performance around the greens of these things is so much fun. Obviously, you want to match your grind and your bounce to your short game, and I think I did a great job of that. Maybe if I was going to get really into it, I would probably get a little more grind on this leading edge to really make the most out of the 60 because these are staying in the bag. The performance of these is fantastic. The look is fantastic. The feel is fantastic. That metal that they claim is 10% softer than their previous wedges, I believe it. It comes off the face so soft, but so controlled, not dead or dud feeling. And oh, you can just nip it. You can control it. You can have so much fun with it. High, low, lots of spin, runner, the way it interacts with the
So much
turf, the
spin.
way that the
Just
face
stops.
feels, the way the grooves are just kind of cutting through everything. I got to work a little bit on the launch of them, and maybe it's a little bit of me, not necessarily just the shaft and the leading edge. 10 out of 10 on these wedges. These are so fantastic in the process of building them, stamping them, customizing them. I missed the boat on not getting that little grind on the leading edge that is an offering from Cleveland. But Cleveland, fantastic job on these RTZs. Thank you for the wedges. They're staying in the bag. Let me know down below. Do you use Cleveland wedges? And are you ready to upgrade to these RTZs? Because they are chef's kiss. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.